We proudly welcome you to Maharashtra National Law University, Nagpur. Maharashtra National Law University, Nagpur spreads over 60 acres and is a 24/7 residential campus. The state-of-the-art infrastructure, smart buildings, highly qualified faculties and the cosmopolitan composition makes the campus the shining beacon of legal education in the country. The campus design draws its inspiration from the cityscape with its legacy of development around man-made lakes and thriving streets with low-rise buildings. The campus has two man-made reservoirs, one in north and the other in south, with a cumulative surface area of approximately 6 acres. The North Reservoir has serene landscaped terraces, which allows user to enjoy the calmness and the expanse of the water body. On the banks of South Reservoir, the residential quarters are sprucely arranged. The 24/7 library building is the signature building of the campus. The campus is a net zero campus with a thrust on green building and sustainable design principles. It will have an approximately 12 acres of rooftop solar cells. The building orientation and facade is a direct response to the harsh Nagpur summer. The material palette of high-performance glass and insulation, along with innovative air conditioning strategies, lighting and integrated smart building solutions brings down the energy consumption. Acoustic ceiling is a part of every working and learning space. The classrooms accommodate 70+ students at a time. Every desk in the classroom is given with its individual charging point. For finer teaching, the classrooms are equipped with smart podiums and digital boards. The classrooms are fully air-conditioned. The university is connected with integrated Wi-Fi network, providing access to users from any point of the campus. The administrative building is flanked by the library building, and a foot-over bridge through the library building will connect the academic building, completing the academic library admin complex. The hostel will have 3 wings, each with a total area of 24,000 square meters. The present phase with 7,700 square meter area is designed as double occupancy hostels, accommodating 360 students in each hostel. The buildings are equipped with amenities like TV rooms, games room, reading lounges, gym, covered terraces and central landscaped courtyard, which acts as gathering and breakout spaces for the students. Each room is thermally treated and are air-conditioned and Wi-Fi equipped. It is facilitated with individual wardrobes, study table and bookshelf for each student. The rooms have steel doors to furnish longevity and safety to the resident students. The boys' hostel has the pump room, the heart of the campus. It has underground tanks for all plumbing and fire needs with a total capacity of 21 lakhs liters. The whole system is integrated and controlled from the IBMS room. The amenity building with 2,600 square meter area is designed to cater all the daily needs of the students and is a part of the mega dining and kitchen building.
I welcome you all today to join hands with us and grace the occasion of the inauguration of halls of residence for boys and girls and amenity block, and kindly bless this institution to grow with time and space, and we will be happy to cater the need of all the budding lawyers, the budding judges of the country, and let us work globally with the all passion and hard work.
It brings us immense happiness to inaugurate both the hostels and amenities building. Without a doubt, the entire campus of ours is equipped to nurture young legal professionals. Being in the heart of the country, National Law University is a blessing for the passionate students of law who come not only from Nagpur and allied regions, but for students nationwide.
Very good morning to one and all, and a very warm welcome to dignitaries on the dais, honorable judges, members of the bar, academia, students, members of print and electronic media, and invited guests. We have assembled here for the inauguration ceremony of the halls of residence for girls and boys and the amenity block of Maharashtra National Law University, Nagpur.
To grace this occasion, we have on the dais His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice Bhushan R. Gavai, Judge Supreme Court of India and the Chancellor of the University.
Honorable Union Minister Shri Nitin J. Gadkari, Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, and the chief guest for today's ceremony.
Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Deputy Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, and the chief guest for today's ceremony.
His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice P.S. Narasimha, Judge Supreme Court of India.
We would also like to extend a warm welcome to His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice Sunil B. Shukre, Administrative Judge, High Court of Bombay Bench at Nagpur.
His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice Anil S. Kilor, Judge, High Court of Bombay Bench at Nagpur. And among our guests, we also have Dr. Nitin Raut, Member of Legislative Assembly, Maharashtra, Shri Kripal Tumne, Member of Parliament, Shri Samir Meghe, Member of Legislative Assembly, Maharashtra, and Shri Chandrasekhar Bavankure, Member of Legislative Council, Maharashtra.
Also, we have with us the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Dr. Vijender Kumar, and the Registrar of the University, Dr. Ashish J. Dikshit. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome all of you here on the new campus of Maharashtra National Law University, Nagpur, for the august ceremony of inauguration of halls of residence for boys and girls and the amenity block.
I request Professor Dr. Vijender Kumar, the Vice Chancellor of the University, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to all on the dais. I on behalf of the honorable members of the General Council, Executive Council, Academic Committee, Academic Council, Finance Committee, Planning Board, Building Committee, faculty members, research associate, research assistant, research scholars, faculty members, staff members, and on my own behalf, wholeheartedly welcome Honorable Shri Justice Bhushan R. Gavai, Judge Supreme Court of India and the Chancellor of the University, and grateful to Your Lordship for accepting our invitation to inaugurate the halls of residence for boys and girls and amenity block. I also welcome our chief guest of the day, Shri Nitin G. Gadkari, Honorable Minister of Road, Transport and Highways, Government of India, Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, for accepting our invitation and gracing the occasion. I also welcome Honorable Shri Justice P.S. Narasimha, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Shri Justice Sunil B. Shukre, Administrative Judge, High Court of Bombay Bench at Nagpur, and Honorable Shri Justice Anil S. Kilor, Judge, High Court of Bombay Bench at Nagpur, for gracing the occasion. Of the dais, I welcome Honorable Shri Justice V.S. Sirpurkar, former Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Shri Justice A.S. Chandrukar, Judge High Court of Bombay Bench at Nagpur, and member of statutory bodies of the University, Honorable Judges, sitting and retired, of the High Court of Bombay, Shri Kripal B. Tumane, Honorable Member of Parliament, Shri Chandrasekhar Bavankure, Honorable Member of Legislative Council, Dr. Nitin Raut, Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly, Sri Sami D. Mege, Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly, Honorable Members of the statutory bodies of the University, to name few, Professor Dilip Uke, Vice Chancellor, MNLU Mumbai, Sri Vikas Rastogi, Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education Department, Government of Maharashtra, Sri Neeraj Dote, Principal Secretary, Department of Law and Judiciary, Government of Maharashtra, District Judges, the President, Secretary and Office Bearers of the High Court Bar Association and District Court Bar Association, learned members of the Bar, Directors, Principals, Heads and Deans of Law Colleges of Nagpur, Secretaries and Officers of the PWD Government of Maharashtra, District Srimati R. Vimala, District Collector and Magistrate Nagpur, invitees, Architect Manoj Laddat, Founder Partner of Architect Paradigm, the Architect of the University, Architect Pramjit Singh Ahuja, University Consultant Architect, Dr. Ashish Dixit, Registrar of the University, Dr. C. Ramesh Kumar, Faculty Member and Deputy Registrar of the University, faculty colleagues, research scholars, staff members, dear students, media personals, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I am happy to see all of you on this campus. As envisaged by the visionaries of the university, the campus would be comprehensive and integrated platform for the students and research scholars to explore and learn the diversity of subjects with a focus on values, ideals, virtues, ethical and professional standards which shape persona of the students into socially sensitive, professionally competent, and technically sound lawyers and judicial officers. The design of the campus is unique in many ways and aims to achieve net zero low embodied energy campus. The campus will meet the objective of making the university an autonomous campus. Under the able guidance of the Honorable Chancellor and members of the statutory bodies, I am confident that we will live in an educational system wherein we not only learn to live in a group, but growing together, being responsible citizens, and acquire the basic tenets of simple living and high thinking. The journey of the campus began in 2016 with the architectural design competition, culminated with the inauguration of the academic block on April 14, 2021, at the auspicious hands of the then Chief Justice of India and Founder Chancellor of the University, Honorable Sri Justice S.A. Bobde. After that day, we have assembled for the inauguration of the halls of residence for the girls and boys and amenity block today here. In the last 2 years, there were lots of ups and downs faced by the university for completion of halls of residence and amenity block. Despite of all these odds, with the guidance and timely intervention of the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Sri Justice B.R. Gavai, we are in a position to get them inaugurated today. I am grateful to the Honorable Chancellor, the Government of Maharashtra, Honorable Sri Justice Sunil B. Sukre, Honorable Sri Justice A.S. Chandulkar, and Honorable Sri Justice Anil Kilorji for the continuous support extended to the university. I am also grateful to the parents for reposing faith in the administration and supporting the university to become a self-sufficient university and to reduce the burden of maintenance on the public exchequer. After taking due approvals from the regulators and statutory bodies of the university launched 2 more undergraduate courses, namely BA LLB Honors in Adjudication and Justicing and BBA LLB Honors recently. Further, I am happy to share with all of you that the university has received funding from Indian Knowledge Systems Division, Ministry of Education, Government of India, towards Center for Shastric Studies and Research in Law. We gratefully acknowledge the vision of the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Sri Justice B.R. Gavai, Sri Nitin Gadkariji, Sri Devendra Fadnavis, members of the statutory bodies, for their guidance and continuous support in developing this university as a center of excellence in the region of Central India. We are also thankful to the Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court and High Court of Bombay for interacting with the students and faculty, chairing, participating, attending various meetings of the university bodies, as well as other academic activities. We are also thankful to the State Government of Maharashtra and its senior officers, including Chief Secretary, Additional Chief Secretary, Principal Secretary, and Secretaries of Finance, Higher and Technical Education, Public Works Department, the Department of Law and Judiciary. The Chief Engineer, the Superintending Engineer, and the Executive Engineer, Division 1, PWD Nagpur, and the Bar Council of India and Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa for providing wholehearted support to the university, specifically Dr. Nitin Raoji, the former Guardian Minister of Nagpur, and many other individuals whose names are far too many to mention here. The university wishes to place on record its gratitude and appreciation to all the donors, supporters, and well-wishers. I once again welcome the dignitaries on the dais, the honorable judges, the government officials, and invitees for the function, and request them to bless the university to grow holistically with time and space. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We now request Professor Dr. Vijender Kumar, the Vice Chancellor of the University, to felicitate Honorable Shri Justice Bhushan R. Gavai, Judge Supreme Court of India and the Chancellor of the University, with a shawl, shrifal, sapling, and memento.
Thank you, sir. We request Dr. Ashish Dikshit, the Registrar of the University, to felicitate Honorable Union Minister Shri Nitin J. Gadkari, Minister of Road, Transport and Highways, Government of India, with a shawl, shrifal, sapling, and a memento.
Thank you, sir. We also request Professor Dr. Vijender Kumar to felicitate Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Deputy Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, with a shawl, shrifal, sapling, and memento.
Thank you, sir. We request Dr. Ashish Dikshit to felicitate His Lordship, Honorable Sri Justice P.S. Narasimha, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and a member of General Council of the University, with a shawl, shrifal, a sapling, and a memento.
Thank you, sir. We request Dr. Ashish Dikshit to felicitate His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice Sunil B. Shukre, Administrative Judge, High Court of Bombay Bench at Nagpur, and member of statutory bodies of the University, with a shawl, shrifal, sapling, and memento.
Thank you, sir. We request Professor Dr. Vijender Kumar, the Vice Chancellor of the University, to felicitate His Lordship, Honorable Sri Justice Anil S. Kilor, Judge, High Court of Bombay, Bench at Nagpur, and a Chairman of Building Committee of the University with a shawl, a sapling, and a memento.
Thank you, sir. Now we kindly request all the dignitaries on the dais to unveil the plaques.
I thank all the dignitaries for unveiling the plaque. His Lordship Honorable Sri Justice Anil S. Kilor, Judge, High Court of Bombay, Bench at Nagpur, and Chairman of Building Committee of the University, was appointed as an Assistant Government Pleader and Additional Public Prosecutor for Government of Maharashtra at Nagpur Bench of Bombay High Court. His Lordship was elevated as an Additional Judge of the Bombay High Court on 23rd August 2019 and was sworn as Permanent Judge on 1st June 2021. We request His Lordship, Honorable Sri Justice Anil S. Kilor, to kindly address the gathering.
Honorable dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, learned faculty members, students, and staff of the university, a very warm greetings to all of you. Friends, the hostel buildings which are being inaugurated today are designed keeping the young adults in mind, recognizing the need of comfort, identity, privacy, and security for them. Both the halls of residences have twin sharing rooms with a capacity to accommodate 720 students. Each hall of residences has common spaces like TV rooms, game rooms, and gym. The doors of the rooms are assigned different colors, bringing vibrancy and also a sense of individual identity. The rooms are designed in such a way that each of the students get personal space, housing, wardrobe, bed, study table, bookshelves. The balconies of the rooms are covered by shading screens, controlling the light and heat by giving privacy. Being a unique design and integrated building, it was not possible to take up this building in isolation. Post-inauguration of the academic block in the month of April 2021, it was really a tough time because of funds flow. We had number of building committee review meetings where we tried to reduce the cost as far as possible to complete the halls of residences so that you people can occupy and enjoy the campus life. In the process of completion of the buildings, we faced number of challenges due to the severe crunch of funds, which forced the university to avail a loan of rupees 50 crores from State Bank of India. In the year 2018, the government of Maharashtra issued a GR for 231.44 crores out of which government contribution was restricted to 150 crores. The buildings which have been sanctioned in the GR were not sufficient to make a functional residential university. Under the chairmanship of my Lord Justice Bhushan Gavai, it was resolved that few more buildings, including these halls of residences, are required to be a functional campus. The Public Works Department, Nagpur, submitted an additional proposal for 170.12 crores, but the High Power Committee approved only 95.15 crores. To our utmost shock, when we received the GR for 95.15 crores, there was no financial commitment from the government except administrative approval. The university was asked to arrange the funds on its own. It is due to the timely intervention of my Lord Justice Gavai. The government revised the GR and promised to allocate 95.15 crores. As chairman of building committee, I am grateful to my Lord Justice Gavai and the government of Maharashtra. And the result of the same is we see today on the ground 2 halls of residences and amenity block. The university has started 2 more courses, that is BA LLB Honors in Adjudication and Justicing and BA LLB Honors. We require more hostels, and we are yet to take up the signature building of the university, that is the library building. The backdrop of what you see today is the proposed library building, which is ground plus 5 storied with 3 storied of steel structure. I am confident and optimistic that in the days to come, we will be able to see the remaining buildings in place. As chairman of the building committee, I am thankful to Honorable Shri Nitinji Gadkari, present Deputy Chief Minister Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, the former Chief Minister Honorable Shri Uddhavji Thackeray, and the government of Maharashtra for their continuous support and cooperation to the university. I look forward to the cooperation of the government of Maharashtra and the guidance of my Lord Justice Gavai so that the university can complete hostel buildings, library building, and HVAC system in time. Thank you.
Thank you, Lordship. His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice Sunil B. Shukre, Administrative Judge, High Court of Bombay Bench at Nagpur, and member of statutory bodies of the university, joined judiciary as a direct district judge from the bar in the year 2000, and since then has worked as Principal District Judge Kolhapur, Registrar Administration Nagpur Bench of Bombay High Court, Principal District Judge Nagpur, and took charge as the Registrar General High Court of Bombay on 17th March 2011. His Lordship was elevated as the Judge of the Bombay High Court on 13th May 2013. We request His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice Sunil B. Shukre to address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you. Honorable dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Honorable Shri Justice Bhushan Gavai, Judge Supreme Court and Chancellor, Maharashtra National Law University, Nagpur. Honorable Union Minister Shri Nitinji Gadkari, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister Shri Devendraji Fadnavis, Honorable Shri Justice P.S. Narasimha, Honorable Judge Supreme Court, Honorable Shri Justice Anil Kilor, Dr. Vijendra Kumar, Vice Chancellor of the University, my esteemed colleagues, Honorable Shri Justice Sirpurkar, former Judge of Supreme Court, Mrs. Sirpurkar ma'am, former judges of Bombay High Court, Honorable Shri Justice R.G. Deshpande, Honorable Shri Justice R.K. Deshpande, our dear legislators, Shri Nitinji Raut, Shri Tumane ji, Shri Bawan Kure ji, Shri Samir ji Meghe, Vice Chancellor of Mumbai National Law University, Dr. Uke, Shri Rastogi, Principal Secretary Shri Rastogi, Shri Neeraj Dhote, Shri Rahul Pandey, Information Commissioner, Srimati R. Vimla, Collector Nagpur, Senior Advocates, Chief Engineer, PWD and his team, government officers who are present here, officers of the Police Department, members of statutory body of the university, registrar of university, all faculty members and staff, boys and girls and their parents, ladies and gentlemen. I am grateful to the Honorable Chancellor of the University, Honorable Shri Justice Bhushan Gavai, who is for all of us a pillar of strength, a guide par excellence and guru full of wisdom, for having given me an opportunity to share the dais with the dignitaries who are towering personalities in their respective fields and address this august gathering. I congratulate the students, faculty members, and all the members of the statutory bodies of the university for having formally received today halls of residence and amenity block to house the soul and life force of the university, that is students. If a student is comfortable and stays on the premises in conditions free from strain and stress, the university as a whole remains unstirred. Such atmosphere of serenity and tranquility only leads to university achieving newer heights of academic excellence. On this occasion, I would like to take an opportunity to say something about the achievements of the university in spite of great difficulties that it has faced so far. The academic course traversed by the university amidst these challenging conditions without there being any residential block and amenity block of its own up till now is really remarkable. With all difficulties faced by the university and its faculties and the students, the university has achieved many landmarks in the field of academics. Its law journal entitled Contemporary Law and Policy Review is one such landmark. The journal, with its thought-provoking and research-driven articles largely contributed by students of the university, is now one of the most sought-after pieces of letter of law. There is another activity being carried on in the university with all its vitality. It is the activity of serious research being done in different subjects. Usually, I think you may agree with me, research done in any topic of law is considered to be more about academics than about its practical applications. But the research work being undertaken in the university is different. It has led to change at the ground level, especially in the field of policing. Please permit me to say a few words about it. Recently, the university conducted a corroborative research with Nagpur City Police on violent crimes in Nagpur City, their causes and the measures to be taken for their reduction. A team of 90 students under the guidance of faculty members participated in the research. The analysis of the data made by the research team yielded startling results. It was revealed that highest number of violent crimes in Nagpur took place in the months of May, June and October, and the volume of crime depended upon geo-socio-economic factors prevalent in different zones of city police. Equipped with this data analysis, Nagpur Police Commissionerate made bespoke modules of policing typically suited to local conditions of its zones and succeeded in controlling the crime. There are many other achievements of the university, but due to shortage of time, I would prefer to mention them at some other time. The achievements made by the university, in spite of difficulties, are highly commendable. The faculty members and students deserve some words of praise for them, which I do offer to them. Now, with a place of their own to live, I'm sure the students will bring even more laurels to the university. Speaking about the residential and amenity buildings, I may point out that the buildings present a fine fusion of geometry and nature. Attractive geometrical shapes dominate the elevations, and natural cement colors accentuate the appearance of the buildings. The buildings are truly green and fulfill our unflinching commitment to nature protection cause. They are equipped with all amenities. No wonder these buildings generate a feeling of pleasantness and yearning to visit them and drown oneself in that beatitude, even from a distance. These buildings have minimalistic theme using exposed concrete and minimum synthetic colors. They were completed in record time due to painstaking efforts of architect, engineers and the contractor and his team under the efficient stewardship of Honorable Shri Justice Anil Kilo and able guidance of Honorable Shri Justice Bhushan Gawai. To me, these buildings are like Beethoven's Symphony in C minor, in which softness, solemnity and soothingness play their melodious notes. My sincere thanks to all involved in this project. I also express my gratitude to the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Shri Justice Bhushan Gawai, Honorable Union Minister Shri Nitinji Gadkari, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister Shri Devendraji Fadnavis and Honorable Shri Justice P.S. Narasimha for having given the university today a technically sound, aesthetically responsive and amenities complete halls and block. Thank you all. With this, I close my speech. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Lordship. His Lordship Honorable Sri Justice P.S. Narasimha, Judge Supreme Court of India and Member of General Council of the University, was elevated as Judge of Supreme Court of India directly from the bar on 31st August 2021. We request His Lordship Honorable Sri Justice P.S. Narasimha to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you very much. My dear colleague Bhushan Gawai, because of whom I am here today amongst you, Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Shri Justice Shukre, Atul Chandulkar, Justice Anil, and the Vice Chancellor, Mr. Vijayendra Kumar, and person who has taken charge of the construction, Mr. Ramesh Kumar, Ashish Dikshit. This is not a time for big speeches, but actual time for congratulating those who have undertaken the job and accomplished it. The sense of satisfaction that anybody would get on undertaking a large task and on the final day when people tell him that the work is over is a great feeling, and those who are in the executive know exactly what the feeling of accomplishment means. I have a small message to the students. The hostels are ready. You will be playing here, you will be sitting around, you will be resting here, you will be dining here, you will be studying here all together, and finally leave this university with great memories. And these memories will live with you for the rest of your life. What are you carrying back with you? By the end of your education, you are carrying with you certain tools, some implements, on the basis of which you will be able to become a lawyer or a judge. That is not sufficient. What will you then do with these tools as a lawyer or a judge? There is only one thing all lawyers and all judges do. All of them do only one thing, that is find out where exactly the truth is. There is no other job for a lawyer or a judge. We are in the pursuit of truth, and if we know truth, then we will be able to resolve problems. It is in this context that this institution is an institution of post-modern learning, is really a temple for all of us. 5 things I would suggest that you keep in your mind as you leave the institution. First and foremostly, have a scientific temperament. These 5 things I may state, I have formulated on the basis of a great epic which has been indicated. Scientific temperament, that is without any kind of an alignment to any ism or political career or an angle or rich, poor, needy, not needy, whatever it may be, banish all of them from your mind. Have only one pursuit, that is the pursuit of truth. That is the independence of mind that you should have. Second is, as I had indicated, there is one obligation, that is the obligation that you have towards the duty that you must have allegiance to truth. Third, most important as students, which you should learn and you will carry with you, is focus and concentration. If you learn it here, it will aid you for the rest of your life. It is a kind of a tapas, that is completely focus. Fourth is, once you undertake some job, ensure that you complete it. Don't leave it in between. And that is a habit that you must inculcate. And that habit will drive you to ensure that whatever task that is given to you, you will be able to complete. The fifth and the last most important aspect of it, without which nothing can be achieved, is hard work. Hard work is not working from morning till evening. Hard work is something which you will again inculcate as a habit and ensure that the task which is undertaken, given to you, is completed. This is the fifth habit. After you accomplish that, and I don't think nothing can stop you from becoming great citizens of our country. One more thing in my short experience as a lawyer, as well as a short experience as a judge, I may indicate. Have this in your hearts always, and never accept anybody telling you that we are in any way secondary to anybody. There is no parallel to us as a civilization in any part of the globe. Keep this in your mind, and the country will benefit through you, and you will benefit the country and render the great citizens of this country. I should thank everybody for giving me this great opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lordship. His Lordship Honorable Sri Justice Bhushan R. Gawai, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and the Chancellor of the University, was elevated as a Judge of Supreme Court of India on 24th May 2019. His Lordship has been the guiding light of the University since its inception and is the Chancellor of the University since April 2021. We now request His Lordship, Honorable Sri Justice Bhushan R. Gawai, to kindly address the gathering.
Honorable Nitin Gadkari ji, Honorable Devendra Fadnavis ji, my esteemed colleague Justice Narsiva, Justice Shukre, Justice Kilor, and Justice Chandurkar, who is though present here but not on dais due to some technical reasons. All my esteemed colleagues, past and present, Honorable Justice Shirpurkar, Dr. Vijendra Kumar, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Dikshit, the Registrar, Sri Ramesh Kumar, OSD Buildings, Dr. Uke, the Vice Chancellor of National Law University, Bombay, Sri Krupal Tumane, within whose jurisdiction parliamentary constituency the university campus is situated, Sri Samir Meghe, within whose legislative assembly constituency the campus is situated, Sri Chandrasekhar Ji Bawankode, Dr. Nitin Raut, all the designated senior counsels, the learned Principal District Judge, Nagpur, Srimati Vimla Madam, the Collector, Nagpur, Sri Rastogi, the Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education Department, Sri Dhote, the Secretary, Law Department, Sri Naugare, the Secretary, Public Works Department, all the officers of the Public Works Department, Sri Ahuja, our consultant, the faculty members, the staff of the university, and not last but not the least, the dear students. It's a matter of great pleasure for all of us that in a real sense, the campus will start functioning today onwards. It has been almost
last 5 years that we have started working on the project, I recollect a meeting held at the residence of the then Chancellor, Honorable Justice Bobde, wherein Nitinji, Devendraji, who was then the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and I were present, and we had elaborate discussions followed by a delicious lunch supplied by Vishnu Manohar, and the seeds of this project which we are seeing today were sown on that date. And I'm happy to say that Nitinji and Devendraji have been both associated with this project from day one, though Devendraji was also to be present here on the foundation laying ceremony as a chief guest. For some technical reason, like Justice Chandorkar is not present today, he had also to be off the dais and could not attend the function. I won't be speaking at length. As a Chancellor, as a previous Chairman of the Executive Committee, as a previous Chairman of the Building Committee, I had some role to play in what we see today, and I will only be utilizing this platform to acknowledge the contributions of many, without whose contribution we could not have seen today's day. Justice Shirpurkar is present here. It was his speech at the Nagpur bench of Bombay High Court in the presence of the then President Srimati Pratibha Patil, which gave momentous to the idea of National Law University, and the first one was, though to be at Nagpur, we lost the race and the first university was established at Bombay, but then when Devendraji became the Chief Minister and Nitinji was the Central Minister, under the vision and guidance of the then Chancellor, Honorable Justice Bobde, the momentum took place. The judicial side of the Nagpur bench of the Bombay High Court had also to play some role in ironing the creases, and there were many obstacles. Initially, getting the land, we had got land at some other place, but it was found not to be suitable, and then it was conceptualized that 3 universities will be 3 institutes of national eminence will be established in the neighborhood, so that the facilities available with each of them can be utilized by all of them, and therefore we have Triple IIT on one hand and the Sanskrit Vidyapit on the other hand. I know that Devendraji had some genuine grievance, because when in the last year the academic block was inaugurated at the hands of the then Chancellor and the then Chief Justice of India, in the welcome address, a functionary of the university forgot to refer to the contribution made by Devendraji, but then I think I tried to cover it up in my speech. But I assure him that things will never happen again. We will never forget the contribution of both of you, Devendraji and Nitinji, in establishing this institution. It is the impetus given during your period as Chief Ministership that this project started. It will not be out of place to mention that politics, the changes do happen, but even after the change in the government, the previous Chief Minister, Shri Uddhavji Thackeray, was kind enough to sort out the difficulties. I had 1 or 2 meetings with him with the issue. Initially, the government had refused to provide any financial assistance and only administrative sanction was granted. But with the intervention of the then Honorable Chief Minister, and then we got all the support from Mantralaya. Mr. Rastogi is very much present here. Then Mr. O.P. Gupta, who was the secretary prior to him. Shri Manoj Saunik, who held the dual charge of public works as well as finance, And with the contribution of all of them, our ambassador, Mr. Dhote, is there as a law minister. Then Ashish Singh, he was working with the then Chief Minister. So it is because of contribution of all of them that today onwards, it is, we inaugurated the academic block last year, but could not put it to any use because of the pandemic. The classes were online. And the students were very much eager that they wanted to shift to the campus. They wanted to enjoy the campus life. Fortunately, that dream stands fulfilled today. The campus has the best of the facilities. The building committee, under the chairmanship of Shri Anil Kilor, and all the officers of the Public Works Department, maybe starting from Mr. Navgare, the executive engineer, Bhanuse, Sir Deshmukh, the superintending engineer, Shri Deshmane, the chief engineer, Shri Shankar Pare, the man on the site, the architects, Manoj and his team, Shri Ahuja, they worked relentlessly to see that today's deadline would be met. And fortunately, today the building is inaugurated, and today onwards the students can utilize the facilities. I'll be feeling in my duty to mention or make a specific mention of two dynamic persons present here. The immediate past two guardian ministers of Nagpur district, Shri Chandrasekhar Bawangule and his successor, Dr. Nitin Raut. Fortunately, both of them also had the portfolio of energy. And fortunately, both of them are energetic. Maybe I think they have used the same transformer to transfer their energies to each other. We are on a vacation. The Supreme Court will be starting tomorrow. And I have a political background, and I also have interest in politics and specifically what is happening in Maharashtra as a citizen of Maharashtra. And since there was not much to do, I was curiously listening to the vote of confidence, the speech by the Honorable Chief Minister Shri Eknathji Shinde, and Devendraji was sitting behind him, prompting, sometime controlling, sometime. And in Marathi he said ki आता तो जमाना गेला की फाईलीवरती फक्त नोटिंग करायच्या वगैरे. आता ह्याच्या पुढे फक्त फोन उचलायचा आणि सांगायचं. I was just, because there are many similarities in the personality of Shri Eknathji Shinde and Dr. Nitin Raut. Both are having almost the same beard. And whenever I visited the campus, Dr. Nitin Raut was very much there in every visit. And whatever difficulties were there, he used to pick up his cell phone and immediately solve the problem. So I'm grateful to both of them. I don't know who Devendraji has in his mind as the next guardian judge of the Nagpur district, but I am sure that he will give us some dynamic person who will carry on the mantle. Today's date would not have been possible without the contribution of Justice Shukre, the administrative judge, Shri Justice Chandurkar, and all the team of the Public Works Department, the architects, and I'll always be grateful to them for their contribution. They have contributed a lot in realizing the dream of the students. We are fortunate to have presence of Shri Kumal Timane and Samir Meghe. I don't think that there will be any difficulty for getting the funds from their Lok Sabha fund or the legislative fund. Though the buildings have come due to some goof up of our university, though we have a special transformer and substation, thanks to Sri Bhavan Kudeji and Dr. Nitin Rao, they forgot to mention about the air conditioning. I am sure that had that been mentioned, Dr. Nitin Rao would at that time itself would have picked up his mobile phone and done the necessary. But I think it was destined that the initiation was by Devendraji Fadnavis, and the culmination also he had to play some role, and therefore that goof up happened at the hands of the university. I won't make much demands. We are all a part of the family. We are all Nagpurians. We are all proud of Nagpur. We are proud of contributions of these two political stalwarts for the development of Nagpur. And I won't make any demands, but I am sure that without making any demands, both of them would be doing everything possible for making the stay of the students comfortable. There was a proposal when we discussed at Justice Bobade's house. Nitinji had assured an amount of around 50 crores, but I think there has been a lack of follow-up on our end. The university appears not to have done what they are required to do. So I was just telling Nitinji, I will ask the Vice Chancellor to depute one responsible officer at Delhi, and we will provide him one table at my office as well as Nitinji's office, so that whatever remaining work is done, is required to be done, it will be done. Shri Rahul Pandey, the Information Commission, is also present here. I forgot to mention him. It is because of the active support of the press from the region that the demand was always raised, and Rahul Pandey was a permanent figure in the Nagpur bench of Bombay High Court, specifically on Wednesdays. I don't know whether still Wednesday is a PIL day or all the days are PIL day. I once again thank everyone for their valuable contribution. If inadvertently I have left any names, I tender my unconditional apologies. Thank you very much, and my heartiest congratulations to the students, to the faculty, to the staff, and the office bearers of the university. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lordship. We now request Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Deputy Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, to kindly address the gathering.
Chancellor of the University, Justice Bhushan Gawai जी, हमारे नेता और भारत सरकार के मंत्री आदरणीय नितिन गडकरी जी, आज विशेष रूप से यहाँ पर पधारे ऑनरेबल जस्टिस PS नरसिम्हन जी, जस्टिस शुक्रे जी, जस्टिस किल्लौर जी, डॉक्टर विजेंद्र कुमार जी, आशीष दीक्षित जी, जस्टिस शिरपुरकर जी, यहाँ पर उपस्थित बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट के जजेस, फॉर्मर जजेस, सीनियर काउंसिल्स, प्रशासन के सभी अधिकारी, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स और विद्यार्थी मित्रों, और साथ साथ मेरे साथी कृपाल तुमाने जी, डॉक्टर नितिन राउत जी, चंद्रशेखर बावनकुळे जी, समीर बेघे जी, आज ये हम सभी के लिए बहुत ही हर्ष की बात है कि हमारे महाराष्ट्र नेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी, लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी के इस नागपुर कैंपस में नए हॉस्टल्स का आज उद्घाटन हो रहा है, और इन हॉस्टल्स की शुरुआत के साथ साथ हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी भी फंक्शनल हो जाएगी, और ये कैंपस हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए एक प्रेरणादायी इस प्रकार का कैंपस आज जस्टिस गवई जी के हाथ से उसका हमने लोकार्पण किया है। हम सभी लोगों का ये स्वप्न था, ये ड्रीम थी कि नागपुर में एक लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी बने और जैसे आदरणीय गवई साहब ने बताया, शिरपुरकर साहब, बोबड़े साहब, इन सब ने इसमें एक कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया और समय समय पर सरकारों ने इसमें अपनी भूमिका निभाई। और मुझे इस बात की खुशी है कि जिस समय मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में महाराष्ट्र में काम करने का मौका मिला, तो एक विजन इस नागपुर के लिए और विदर्भ के लिए हम लोगों के मन में था। और विशेष रूप से आदरणीय नितिन जी गडकरी, इनके साथ मिलकर और उनके मार्गदर्शन में हम लोगों ने तय किया था कि हम जब विकास की बात करते हैं तो जब तक इंस्टीट्यूट्स ऑफ नेशनल एमिनेंस एंड प्रोमिनेंस हम लोग यहाँ पर नहीं लाते, जब तक वर्ल्ड क्लास ह्यूमन रिसोर्स हम लोग तैयार नहीं करते, तब तक विकास की परिकल्पना ये पूरी नहीं हो सकती। हम लोग देखते हैं कि कई बार कई देशों में, राज्यों में, कई शहरों में आर्थिक विकास हमको दिखाई पड़ता है और लोगों को लगता है कि आर्थिक विकास के कारण अच्छा एजुकेशन वहाँ पर है, बट इट इज़ रिवर्स। एजुकेशन जहाँ अच्छा होता है, जहाँ अच्छा ह्यूमन रिसोर्स होता है, वो एक मैग्नेट का काम करता है और वहाँ पर चाहे वो बिजनेस हो, कॉमर्स हो, इंस्टीट्यूशंस हो, ये सारी डेवलप होती है और उसी से हम लोग विकसित होते हैं। और इसी विचार को लेकर कई एमिनेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस नागपुर में हम लोगों ने शुरू की और नेशनल लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी, जैसा आदरणीय गवई साहब ने अभी बताया, हम सब नागपुर के लोगों की, चाहे हम किसी भी पार्टी के हो, विचार के हो, सब लोगों की इच्छा थी कि यहाँ पर ये शुरू हो और ये जगह हम लोगों ने अलॉट की, यहाँ पर काम शुरू किया। और मुझे आज बहुत खुशी है कि ये काम बहुत तेज़ी से आगे बढ़ रहा है। मैं आज ही चांसलर साहब को आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूँ कि इसके काम में किसी भी प्रकार से पैसे की कमी नहीं होने देंगे। ऑनरेबल चांसलर साहब का जो आदेश होगा उसको तुरंत पूरा किया जाएगा, क्योंकि वो भी स्वयं के लिए नहीं, या यहाँ बैठे हुए कोई भी स्वयं के लिए नहीं, तो हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ियाँ जो हमारे सामने बैठे हैं और उनके बाद भी जो आने वाले हैं, उनके लिए ये बीज बोया जा रहा है। हम लोग हमेशा ये कहते हैं कि किसी भी विकसित समाज व्यवस्था में रूल ऑफ लॉ और जस्टिस डिलीवरी सिस्टम, इसके आधार पर हम उसका मूल्यांकन करते हैं। और आज जिस तेजी से भारत विकसित हो रहा है, हम दुनिया की 5वीं सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था है। 2030 में हम दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी तीसरी सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बनेंगे। और अगर हमको दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी तीसरी अर्थव्यवस्था बननी है, तो उसमें भी सबसे पहले ये देखा जाएगा कि यहाँ जस्टिस डिलीवरी सिस्टम कैसी है, रूल ऑफ लॉ है या नहीं है। और अगर हमको वर्ल्ड क्लास सिस्टम्स तैयार करनी है, तो केवल हमारा सुप्रीम कोर्ट वर्ल्ड क्लास होकर नहीं चलेगा। कंप्लीट हमारी सिस्टम में, चाहे वो जजेस हो या लॉयर्स हो, ये सभी में हमको एक वर्ल्ड क्लास ह्यूमन रिसोर्स तैयार करना पड़ेगा। और मुझे इस बात की खुशी भी है, इसका फ़क्र भी है कि आज भारत की जो हमारी न्यायिक व्यवस्था है, ये अपने आप में एक बहुत ही मजबूत और बहुत ही क्रेडिबल न्यायिक व्यवस्था है। आज भी समाज के आखिरी व्यक्ति को हमारी इंस्टीट्यूशंस में, हमारी न्यायपालिका पर, न्याय व्यवस्था पर विश्वास है। उसको आज भी ये लगता है कि मैं अगर न्यायपालिका के पास जाऊंगा तो मुझे न्याय मिलेगा। और इसी क्रेडिबिलिटी को हमें कंसोलिडेट करना है, उसको आगे बढ़ाना है, एक धरोहर के रूप में उसको विकसित करना है। और आज जब हम पूरे तरीके से ग्लोबलाइज हुए हैं, ऐसे समय लीगल फील्ड में भी जो ह्यूमन रिसोर्स है, ग्लोबली क्वालिफाइड, इस प्रकार का ह्यूमन रिसोर्स हमें तैयार करना पड़ेगा। आज जब हम लोग ये कहते हैं कि कोविड के बाद भारत ग्लोबल सप्लाई चेन का एक पार्ट हो रहा है, तो ऐसे समय कॉमर्स, इंडस्ट्री और कमर्शियल डिस्प्यूट्स, ये सारी चीज़ें ऐसी है कि जिसकी ओर पूरी दुनिया देखती है और उसी के आधार पर निवेश भी होता है। तो मुझे लगता है कि नेशनल लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी ये केवल एक किसी और विद्यापीठ की तरह ये यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं है, तो एक ऐसा स्थान है जो आने वाले भारत की गरिमा को बढ़ाने वाला है, आने वाले भारत के स्थान को हम सभी के सामने रखने वाला है, परिभाषित करने वाला है। और इसलिए हम भी ये मानते हैं कि बेस्ट ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूशन यहाँ पर तैयार हो। मैं तो आदरणीय चांसलर जी को और उनके साथ जो टीम यहाँ काम कर रही है, शुक्रे साहब हो या किलोर जी हो या चांदुरकर जी हो, इनको कहूँगा कि आप इसका अगले 2 साल का रोड मैप तैयार कर लीजिए। और ये 2 साल के रोड मैप में सरकार की ओर से जो भी फाइनेंशियल कंट्रीब्यूशन आप अपेक्षित करते हैं, आप उसके बारे में ज़रूर हमको बताइए। मैं आपको आश्वस्त करता हूँ कि बिल्कुल समय पर, एक दिन भी विलंब किए बिना ये सारा का सारा राज्य सरकार की ओर से फाइनेंशियल कंट्रीब्यूशन आपको मिलेगा। और इसके बाद नेशनल लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी को कर्जा लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। ये मैं आपको निश्चित रूप से यह आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूँ। मैं, आपने सभी का उल्लेख किया, हमारे बावनकुड़े जी है, नितिन राउत जी है, हम सब लोग मिलकर एक टीम है। और ये इस नेशनल लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी के चांसलर की टीम है, ऐसा आप समझिए, और हमको बताइए, हम इसको पूरा करने की कोशिश करेंगे। मैं सभी विद्यार्थियों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूँ, अभिनंदन करता हूँ और उनको शुभकामनाएं भी देता हूँ। आने वाले दिनों में आपकी ओर से अपेक्षाएं भी बहुत है। और कोई कैंपस होता है, कोई हॉस्टल होता है, इट इज़ नॉट अ मियर प्लेस ऑफ रेसिडेंस। मुझे याद है कि जिन्होंने हमें संविधान दिया, भारत रत्न डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आम्बेडकर जी, लंदन स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स में जिस समय पढ़ रहे थे और जिस घर में रहकर वो लंदन में पढ़ते थे, उस घर की नीलामी निकली। तो कई लोगों ने हमको ये कहा कि ये प्रेरणा का स्रोत है, ये घर नीलाम नहीं होना चाहिए। और महाराष्ट्र सरकार की ओर से हमने वो घर खरीदा और वहाँ पर हम लोगों ने एक म्यूज़ियम जैसा तैयार किया, जिसमें डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आम्बेडकर जी के लेटर्स है, जिसमें उनका काम है। और उस समय जब मैं लंदन स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स में गया और वहाँ पर जब वहाँ के फैकल्टी से मैं बात कर रहा था, तो आज भी वो याद करते हैं कि किस प्रकार से डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आम्बेडकर जी ने कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया लंदन स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स में। तो ये जो बात होती है, वो जो घर है, आज लोग जब वहाँ जाते हैं उस घर में, वो तो किसी और घर की तरह घर है, लेकिन वो प्रेरणा पुंज है। क्योंकि हमारे देश के एक सबसे बड़े विचारक वहाँ रहकर पढ़ते थे, तो हमारे देश से जाने वाले सभी लोग आजकल वहाँ जाते हैं और वहाँ प्रेरणा पाते हैं। इसलिए कोई भी घर या कोई भी रहने की जगह, या केवल घर या रहने की जगह नहीं होती, तो व्यक्ति अपने वास्तव्य से, अपने अस्तित्व से और अपने कर्तृत्व से उसको बड़ा बनाता है। ऐसे ही आप लोग इस हॉस्टल में रहकर इसको बड़ा बनाए, इसी अपेक्षा के साथ आप सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We now request Honorable Union Minister Nitin J. Gadkari, Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, to kindly address the gathering.
इस यूनिवर्सिटी के चांसलर और भारत सरकार में सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सम्माननीय जज आदरणीय भूषण गवई, महाराष्ट्र के उप मुख्यमंत्री आदरणीय देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जस्टिस आदरणीय श्री आर नरसिम्हा जी, हमारे बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट के जस्टिस आदरणीय सुनील शुक्री जी, हमारे हाई कोर्ट के जस्टिस आदरणीय अनिल किल्लोर जी, वाइस चांसलर डॉक्टर विजेंद्र कुमार जी, डॉक्टर आशीष दीक्षित जी, जिनके कारण इस यूनिवर्सिटी का निर्माण हुआ, ऐसे हमारे आदरणीय जस्टिस शिरपुरकर सर, हमारे सांसद कृपाल तुमाने, पूर्व पालक मंत्री आदरणीय नितिन राउत, चंद्रशेखर बावनकुळे, इस क्षेत्र के विधायक आदरणीय समीर मेघे, आदरणीय चांदूरकर सर, उपस्थित सभी मान्यवर भाई और बहनों, सबसे पहले मैं चांसलर के रूप में आदरणीय भूषण गवई जी को और विशेष रूप से अनिल किल्लोर जी को हृदय से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दूंगा कि इस यूनिवर्सिटी का काफ़ी अच्छा काम सुंदर तरीके से उन्होंने पूरा किया है। इसलिए उनको और उनके सभी सहयोगियों का विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद देता हूँ। जब इस यूनिवर्सिटी के निर्माण के बारे में जस्टिस बोबड़े जी ने मुझे और देवेंद्र जी को बुलाया था, और उस समय देवेंद्र जी ने इस यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए वो निधि भी मंजूर करके दिया। उस समय महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने काफ़ी अच्छा योगदान किया, और उसके बाद में यूनिवर्सिटी में आने वाली दूसरी सरकार ने भी सहयोग किया। आज मुझे खुशी है कि जब पहली बार मैंने प्रेजेंटेशन देखा तो बोबड़े साहब के सामने देखते हुए मेरे मन में काफ़ी डाउट्स थे, क्योंकि थोड़ा बहुत कंस्ट्रक्शन का होने के नाते मैं देख रहा था कि ये कैसे बनेगा। तो आज मुझे देखने के बाद लगा कि प्लान भी अच्छा है, एग्जीक्यूशन भी अच्छा है, और पीडब्ल्यूडी के लोगों को भी धन्यवाद देने का मौका कम मिलता है तो उनको भी मैं धन्यवाद दूंगा कि काम ठीक हुआ है। ये यूनिवर्सिटी स्टेट ऑफ आर्ट यूनिवर्सिटी है। इट इज़ a great pleasure and pride for all Nagpurians that we have this university. And now Nagpur is a hub for education. We have engineering college, AIMS, Symbiosis, then triple IIT, all type of educational facilities are now available in the Nagpur. And the law university is really one of the important thing which is giving the knowledge of law to the student of not only of Nagpur but of the whole country. सर, हमारे पास अभी सिम्बोसिस ने भी लॉ का काम शुरू किया है, और अभी हम लोग नर्सिंग मुंगरी को भी नागपुर में लाने का देवेंद्र जी और मैं प्रयास कर रहे हैं। तो स्वाभाविक रूप से हिंदुस्तान के सभी एजुकेशनल फैसिलिटीज़ नागपुर में हो, और मिहान में अब आईटी इंडस्ट्रीज भी आई है। विशेष रूप से टीसीएस से लेकर डोसाल तक और टेक महिंद्रा से लेकर एचसीएल तक काफ़ी बड़े प्रमाण पर यहाँ आईटी कंपनीज भी आई है। अभी तक 56,000 विदर्भ और नागपुर के युवाओं को मिहान में रोजगार मिला है, और 2 साल में कम से कम इसको 1 लाख को क्रॉस करने की हमारी सबकी इच्छा है। और एक अच्छी बात हुई है कि नागपुर से आने वाला जो रोड है ये 4 लेन है, अब इसको मैंने 6 लेन मंजूर कर दिया है। और खापरी के उड्डान पुल से जैसे ख़त्म होता है नया उड्डान पुल शुरू होगा, उसमें फिर से नीचे में रोड, ऊपर में फ्लाईओवर और उसके ऊपर में मेट्रो आएगी, और वो जो बुटीबोरी तक जाने वाली है, और उसमें विशेष रूप से वो हमारे जामठा के स्टेडियम के आगे ब्रिज उतरेगा। उसके बाद में जब इसका प्रेजेंटेशन मेरे पास हुआ तो मैंने डीपीआर में ये भी इंक्लूड कर दिया है कि यहाँ से यहाँ आने के लिए, वापस आने के लिए, यहाँ यूनिवर्सिटी आने के लिए इस ब्रिज के आगे एक स्पेशल जंक्शन भी सैंक्शन किया है, जिसके कारण जाते और आते समय आपको क्रॉसिंग करने की आवश्यकता नहीं पड़ेगी। देवेंद्र जी ने आपको कहा है पैसा कम नहीं पड़ेगा, वो पूरा देंगे ही, पर मैं थोड़ा सा उसमें आपको, उनको और आपको प्रार्थना करूंगा कि ये बहुत अच्छी बात हुई कि आपने 50 करोड़ रुपए स्टेट बैंक से कर्जा लिया। जब आप मेरे पास आए थे तब मैंने आपको कहा था कि ये करेक्ट मॉडल है। ये समीर मेघे बैठे हैं सामने, इनके काफ़ी नज़दीक से इस परिवार से मेरा संबंध है। मेघे साहब ने रविनगर में फार्मेसी कॉलेज निकालने के लिए स्टेट बैंक से 5 करोड़ रुपए लोन लिया था, और लोन लेते लेते उनका ग्रुप आज 2000 करोड़ का हुआ है। तो ये जो सरकार में दिक्कत है कि हर चीज़ सरकार के पैसे से करना, ये उचित भी नहीं है और उसकी आवश्यकता भी नहीं है, क्योंकि आपका इंटरनल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न मैंने बैठे बैठे आपसे बात करके निकाल लिया कि आपका फीस का इनकम कितना है, और स्टेट बैंक ने आपको 50 करोड़ रुपए दिए। उन्होंने कहा कि इससे ज़्यादा नहीं दे पाएंगे, पर मुझे लगता है कि ये पैसे आप वापस कर रहे हो, शायद आपने 5-7 करोड़ वापस भी कर दिए। तो आपको ये पैसा वापस करके नए 50 करोड़ और लेके जो फीस का स्ट्रक्चर है इसमें आप एक्सपांशन कर सकते हैं। तो अभी कभी कभी मैं मजाक में कहता हूँ कि बिना अनुदान ये सरकार की इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी है। आजकल एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन का इंटरनल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न बहुत अच्छा है, तो सरकार का कैपिटल बीच कैपिटल करके यूज़ करके आप अगर लोन निकालते रहोगे तो आप यूनिवर्सिटी 1000 करोड़ की, 1500 करोड़ की बना सकोगे। देखिए, जो गरीब है उसको फुकट में देना है, और जो दे सकता है उससे लेना है। दैट इज़ द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ वेलफेयर स्टेट। तो मुझे लगता है देवेंद्र जी के कोई पैसे कम नहीं होंगे, जितने आप मांगेंगे वो देंगे। नहीं तो मेरे कहने से इसका अर्थ ये नहीं निकलना चाहिए कि देवेंद्र जी बोलेंगे कि अब नितिन जी ने ये मार्ग बताया तो ग्रांट देने की ज़रूरत नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है। वो निश्चित रूप से देंगे, पर आगे का इसका जो एक्सपांशन है और बड़ा बनाइए। लो मिस क्राइम, मैं रोड में काम करता हूँ तो मैं कभी पैसे की बात ही नहीं करता। मेरे बजट 1,20,000 करोड़ का, और मैं रोड हर साल 5 लाख करोड़ के बनाता हूँ, तो मैं मोनेटाइज करता हूँ और मुझे कोई पैसे की कमी नहीं है। अब बैंक के चेयरमैन मुझे आकर कहते, कोई बोलता मेरे 25,000 करोड़ लो, कोई 30,000 करोड़, मैं बोलता कौन ज़्यादा रेट कम देगा। तो अभी एक बैंक ने 5.85 कोट किया, मैंने बोला इससे ले लो। तो पैसे की कोई कमी नहीं है, और इसलिए धीरे धीरे दोनों मार्ग से भी आप चलिए। तीसरी एक बात आपने बहुत अच्छी की कि आपने यहाँ पेड़ लगाने के बारे में निर्णय किया, इसको ग्रीन सिटी बनाइए। और आप, हमें बहुत खुशी है कि इस रोड के आजू बाजू में काफ़ी बड़े प्रमाण पर ग्रीनरी तैयार करने की हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं। अभी हमारा फेज़ 2 मेट्रो का मंजूर हो रहा है, और देवेंद्र जी से अभी मैं ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि नागपुर में जो हमारा मेट्रो पूरा हुआ है उसका भी इनॉग्रेशन हमको तुरंत करना है। तो पारडी से लेकर या फिर आगे कनान से लेकर हम बुटीबोरी तक मेट्रो से जाएंगे, और इसके लिए साधारणतः ये काफ़ी फास्ट मेट्रो, अभी ब्रॉडगेज मेट्रो भी हम शुरू कर रहे हैं। तो यहाँ गुमगांव के पास अच्छा स्टेशन बन रहा है, तो स्वाभाविक रूप से ट्रांसपोर्ट के दृष्टि से आपकी सभी सुविधाएं दूर होगी और इस जगह को प्राइम इम्पोर्टेंस आएगा। रिगार्डिंग लॉ के बारे में यहाँ रिसर्च भी है और नॉलेज भी है, और निश्चित रूप से आदरणीय गवई साहब, नरसिम्हन साहब, हमारे सम्माननीय हाईकोर्ट जज सब यहाँ उपस्थित है। मैं ये मानता हूँ कि हमारे संविधान में जो 4 पिलर है उसमें से हमारी जुडिशरी, हमारी एग्जीक्यूटिव विंग, लेजिस्लेटिव विंग एंड मीडिया, इन 4 स्तंभों पर हमारी डेमोक्रेसी खड़ी है। फ्री एंड फेयर डेमोक्रेसी के लिए इंडिपेंडेंट, इम्पार्शियल एंड फेयर जुडिशियल सिस्टम सबसे बड़ी आवश्यकता है। जैसे देवेंद्र जी ने कहा कि कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट आने के पहले वो हमारे सिस्टम को देखते कि यहाँ क्या स्थिति है, और इसलिए स्वाभाविक रूप से जैसे जैसे क्वालिटेटिव चेंज हमारी नॉलेज में हो रहा है, और अक्सर हम इस बात के पक्षधर है कि इनोवेशन, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी, रिसर्च, स्किल एंड सक्सेसफुल प्रैक्टिसेस, वी नेम इट एज नॉलेज एंड कन्वर्शन ऑफ नॉलेज इनटू वेल्थ इज द फ्यूचर। मैं लॉ का जब स्टूडेंट था तो मुझे याद है कि हम कॉलेज में पीरियड में, सुरेंद्र मिश्रा हमारे कॉलेज में थे 2 साल सीनियर, तो शशांक मनोहर जी भी मेरे 2 साल सीनियर थे। तो हाईकोर्ट में हम जाते थे, और इसलिए जाते थे कि वी आर मनोहर साहब जब आर्गूमेंट करते थे तो उनका सुनने के लिए जाते थे, और आज भी मैं अपने जीवन में उनके आर्गूमेंट को कभी भूल नहीं सकता, द वे इन विच वो आर्ग्यू कर रहे थे। अब ये इसमें काफ़ी बदलाव हुआ है। जस्टिस बोबड़े, जस्टिस शिरपुरकर, जस्टिस गवई, ये सब हमारे मिट्टी से आए, तो वी आर वेरी प्राउड ऑफ देम, और देयर कंट्रीब्यूशन इन लीगल सेक्टर इज़ रियली रियली वेरी वेरी ग्रेट। पर हम लोग धीरे धीरे जो सोशो इकोनॉमिक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की कमिटमेंट कर रहे हैं, वो केवल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में चेंजेस नहीं आएगा, तो सिस्टम में भी आएगा। और ट्रांसपेरेंट, टाइम बाउंड, रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड एंड फेयर सिस्टम आप सबके नेतृत्व में हमें मिली है। केवल एक ही छोटी सी रिक्वेस्ट हमारे आप सबको, हमारी हर समय मैं करता रहता हूँ कि टाइम इज़ द बिगेस्ट कैपिटल, और टाइम के कारण मैं अब जब इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में काम करता हूँ, तो समय के कारण जब मैं मंत्री था, इस बहाने से आपको थोड़ी रिक्वेस्ट करने के लिए आपकी क्षमा मांगता हूँ कि 406 प्रोजेक्ट 3,85,000 करोड़ के डिले प्रोजेक्ट थे, और जिसमें 3 लाख करोड़ से एनपीए बैंकों का हुआ था। पर आप सबके सहयोग से हमने जब इसको सुलझाया तो 3 लाख करोड़ के एनपीए से भारतीय बैंकों को बचाया गया। तो कभी कभी सरकार में, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में नॉट टेकिंग डिसीजन इज़ ए गुड करियर फॉर द ऑफिसर, क्योंकि वो यही सोचते हैं कि डिसीजन करने से विवाद होता है, तो डिसीजन न करना ही अच्छा है ताकि मेरा सीआर अच्छा रहेगा। ऐसे भी बहुत लोग हमारे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में होते हैं। बट हमने एक बात कही कि आई लाइक पीपल हु कैन गेट द थिंग्स डन। सो नेचुरली अभी काफ़ी इसमें आदरणीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में काफ़ी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रिफॉर्म हुए, और अभी जब कैबिनेट में विशेष रूप से ट्रिब्यूनल्स और बाकी बातों की चर्चा हुई, तब अक्सर मैं लॉ मंत्री जी को और प्रधानमंत्री को कहते रहा हूँ कि भाई वॉट एवर द डिसीजन मे बी, इट इज़ द राइट ऑफ द जुडिशरी टू गिव द डिसीजन, इट शुड नॉट बी इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय एनीबडी। बट इसका टाइम लिमिट जो है वो होगा, तो फाइनेंशियली देश को करोड़ों लाखों करोड़ के इससे बचाया जा सकता है। मैंने मेरे आप सामने ही बिकॉज ऑफ डिले, टाइम के कारण देश की बड़े बड़ी कंपनियां मिट्टी पीलित हुई वो आंखों से देखा है, और बाद में जब जिनको जस्टिस मिल गया, न्याय मिल गया सरकार से या जुडिशरी से, तब उनकी डेड बॉडी हो गई थी, वो ख़त्म हो गए थे। तो मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि आप सब लोग हमारी ये सिस्टम में, आप हमको, मैं कोशिश कर रहा था कि हमारे रोड इंडस्ट्री का, रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का भी कोई चेयर यूनिवर्सिटी में बने, हमारी कंपनी लॉ की चेयर बने, और आने वाले समय में वर्ल्ड स्टैंडर्ड एंड सक्सेसफुल प्रैक्टिसेस के साथ हमारा लॉ का भी नॉलेज और हमारी सिस्टम की अपग्रेड हो अप टू द स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड्स। और मुझे लगता है कि हमारे लोगों में कोई कमी नहीं है, न जजेस में कमी है, न फैकल्टी में कमी है, न स्टूडेंट्स में कमी है, न नॉलेज में कमी है। वी हैव गॉट एवरीथिंग विच वी नीड, और इसलिए बहुत अच्छी बात है कि ये लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी आगे चलकर देश के इतिहास में एक ऐसा मील का पत्थर साबित होगी कि जो लॉ फील्ड को, लॉ सेक्टर को निश्चित रूप से और ऊपर जाने के लिए, क्वालिटेटिव रिफॉर्म के लिए मददगार साबित होगी। मैं जानता हूँ कि निश्चित रूप से गवई साहब के नेतृत्व में, गवई साहब और मैं, मुझे सौभाग्य मिला कि जब वो स्टूडेंट थे तो मैं भी स्टूडेंट लीडर था, तब से मेरा उनका बहुत पारिवारिक संबंध रहा, उनके पिताजी से रहा, परिवार से रहा, और आई नो दैट हिज एबिलिटी एंड कैपेबिलिटी, और उनके चांसलर के रूप में जो उनको विरासत शिरपुरकर साहब और बोबड़े साहब से मिली है वो भी बहुत बड़ी है। और इसलिए उनके नेतृत्व में हमारी नागपुर की ये लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी वर्ल्ड की बेस्ट यूनिवर्सिटी में जाए, यही नागपुरियन करके हमारी इच्छा है। और इसके लिए देवेंद्र जी हो, मैं हूँ, नितिन राउत है, बावनकुड़ी जी है, समीर मेघे जी, हमारी पार्टियाँ अलग अलग होगी तो भी नागपुर वी हैव गॉट ए गुड एटमॉस्फेयर फॉर गुड कॉज। हम सब एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करते हैं। बाकी हमारी राजनीति चुनाव में जो चलती है वो चलती है, पर रिगार्डिंग गुड थिंग्स, क्वालिटेटिव थिंग्स विच आर यूजफुल फॉर नागपुर एंड विदर्भ एंड महाराष्ट्र, वी आर ऑलवेज सपोर्टेड एंड दैट इज एग्जैक्टली द गुड सिस्टम इन नागपुर एंड विदर्भ। तो आप चिंता मत करिए, हम सब लोग आपके साथ रहेंगे और पूरी ताकत और शक्ति के साथ आपको सहयोग भी करेंगे। और देवेंद्र जी आने के कारण अब अधिकार से वो जिम्मेदारी लेकर पूरे आपका पैसे का प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेंगे। पर स्टेट बैंक का अकाउंट चालू रखते रहिए, उनके पैसे के बाद और 50 करोड़ लेकर और एडिशनल प्लान बनाइए और इसको एक्सपांशन करके वर्ल्ड स्टैंडर्ड का बनाइए। और इसमें आपको योगी गवई जी के नेतृत्व में, और हमारे किल्लोर जी को भी मैं बहुत अच्छी तरीके से जानता हूँ, ही इज़ वेरी वेरी कैपेबल। मैं बहुत नज़दीकी से उनको देख चुका हूँ विथ ए सोशल कॉन्शियसनेस एंड कन्विक्शन। उनके लाइफ में वो किसान हो, समाज की समस्या हो, उसके लिए सोशल कॉन्शियसनेस के साथ लड़ने वाले वकील के रूप में हम उनको जानते थे। एक ऑनेस्ट एंड फाइटिंग फॉर सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एंड सोशल कॉन्शियसनेस, और वो भी अब इसके चेयरमैन हैं। तो इनोवेटिव मॉडल से इस यूनिवर्सिटी को वर्ल्ड स्टैंडर्ड का बनाने के लिए जो अच्छा से अच्छा कॉम्बिनेशन बन सकता है वो बन गया है। और वो मैथमेटिक्स का सिद्धांत तो मैं अक्सर याद रखता हूँ कि ए नाम के व्यक्ति ने ए स्क्वायर काम किया और बी नाम के व्यक्ति ने बी स्क्वायर काम किया, तो टोटल वर्क इज ए स्क्वायर प्लस बी स्क्वायर। बट व्हेन ए एंड बी कम्स टुगेदर, थिंक्स टुगेदर एंड वर्क्स टुगेदर, ए प्लस बी ब्रैकेट में स्क्वायर, इसका जवाब आता है ए स्क्वायर प्लस बी स्क्वायर प्लस ट्वाइस ए बी। एंड दस ट्वाइस ए बी इज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ कलेक्टिव टीम स्पिरिट। So collective, qualitative, good team spirit behind the university is the basic strength of the university। और उसके साथ ये वर्ल्ड की बेस्ट हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी बनेगी, इंस्टीट्यूशन बनेगी। इसी शुभकामना के साथ बच्चों को, विशेष रूप से हमारे विद्यार्थी मित्रों और मित्रों को भी मैं बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं उनके उज्ज्वल भविष्य के लिए, और अपनी बात समाप्त करता हूं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir, for your blessings and guiding words. Now it's time for some felicitations. So we request His Lordship, Honorable Sri Justice Bhushan R. Gawai, Judge, Supreme Court of India, the Chancellor of the University, to kindly felicitate Sri Vikas Chandra Rastogi, Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education Department, Government of Maharashtra.
Thank you, Lordship. We now request Shri Nitin J. Gadkari, Honorable Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, to felicitate Shri Neeraj P. Dhote, Principal Secretary, Law and Judiciary Department, Government of Maharashtra.
Thank you, sir. Now we request Shri Devendra Ji Fadnavis, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, to kindly felicitate Shri Prashant Navghare, Secretary Buildings, Public Works Department, Government of Maharashtra.
Thank you, sir. We request His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice P.S. Narasimha, Judge Supreme Court of India, to felicitate Shri S.D. Dashpute, Chief Engineer, Public Works Region, Nagpur.
Thank you, sir. Now we request His Lordship, Honorable Sri Justice Sunil B. Shukre, Administrative Judge, High Court of Bombay Bench at Nagpur, to kindly felicitate Sri V.D. Sir Deshmukh, Superintending Engineer, Public Works, Circle, Nagpur.
We request His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice Anil S. Kilor, Judge High Court of Bombay Bench at Nagpur, to felicitate Shri Hemant Patil, Superintending Engineer in Charge, Public Works Department, Electrical Division, Nagpur.
We also request Honorable Shri Justice Bhushan R. Gavai, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and the Chancellor of the University to kindly felicitate Shri J. H. Bhanuse, Executive Engineer, Public Works Department, Division 1, Nagpur.
We request His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice Sunil B. Shukre, Administrative Judge, High Court of Bombay Bench at Nagpur, to felicitate Shri Prashant Shankar Pure, Deputy Engineer, Public Works Building, Subdivision, Nagpur.
We also request Honorable Shri Justice Anil S. Kilor, Judge, High Court of Bombay, Bench at Nagpur, to kindly felicitate Shri Manish Patil, Deputy Engineer, Public Works Department, Electrical Division, Nagpur.
We request Shri Nitin J. Gadkari, Honorable Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, to felicitate Architect Paramjeet Singh Ahuja, Consultant Architect, Maharashtra National Law University, Nagpur.
We also request His Lordship Honorable Shri Justice Bhushan R. Gavai, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and Chancellor of the University, to kindly felicitate Architect Manoj Laddat, Architectural Paradigm, Bangalore. Along with him are Architect Falguni Panda and Architect Shimli Panda, both of whom are stationed here in Nagpur at the constructions.
We request Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra, to felicitate Shri Suresh Patel, Super Construction Company, Joint Venture. Thank you to all the dignitaries on the dais. As we near the culmination of today's ceremony, we now request Dr. Ashish Dikshit, the Registrar of the University, to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
All respected dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, all faculty members and students, ladies and gentlemen present here. On behalf of Maharashtra National Law University, Nagpur, family, I extend a really hearty vote of thanks for making this event a great success. We are thankful to Honorable Chancellor of the University, Sri Justice Bhushan R. Gavai, Judge, Supreme Court of India, for inaugurating Hall of Residence, Girls and Boys and Amenity Block. We are grateful for the mentoring, the constant support of your Lordship. Thank you, Lordship. On this special occasion, we are honored to have amongst the respected Shri Nitin Ji Gadkari, Honorable Minister of Road, Transport and Highway, Government of India, who is the great support behind the project of the university. Thank you, sir, for sparing the time from your busy schedule to grace the occasion. On this special occasion, we are honored to have amongst the Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra. We are grateful to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister for accepting of our invitation and gracing the occasion. I am thankful to Honorable Shri Justice P.S. Narasimha, Judge, Supreme Court of India, for gracing this event. Thank you, Lordship. I thank Honorable Shri Justice Sunil B. Shukre, Administrative Judge, High Court of Bombay, Bench at Nagpur. Honorable Shri Justice Atul S. Chandurkar, Judge, High Court of Bombay, Bench at Nagpur. I thanks to Honorable Shri Justice Anil S. Kilor, Judge, High Court of Bombay, Bench at Nagpur. Shri Krupal Tumane, Honorable Members of Lok Sabha, Ramtek, Shri Chandrasekhar Bawanpure, Honorable Members of Maharashtra Legislative Council, Dr. Nitin Raut, Honorable Members of Maharashtra Legislative Council, Shri Samir Meghe, Honorable Members of Maharashtra Legislative Council, Shri Vikas Chandra Rastogi, Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education, Government of Maharashtra. I thank Shri Neeraj P. Dhote, Principal Secretary, Law and Judiciary Department, Government of Maharashtra. I will be failing in my duties if I would not extend my thanks to Honorable Shri Justice Sharad Bobde, former Chief Justice of India, who is the well-wisher of the project, and Honorable Shri Justice V.S. Shirpurkar, former Judge of Supreme Court of India, who is the founding pillar of the university. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I am extend sincere thanks to all honorable judges sitting and retired, the collector and the district magistrate of Nagpur city, the Commissioner of Police, Nagpur, Commissioner of NMC, members of Bar Council, members of Bar, presidents and secretary of various bar associations, senior advocates, senior officers and executive engineers of the Public Works Department, Architect Paradigm, Architect Paramjit Ahuja, Contractor Suresh Patelji, members of the press and media, all faculty and staff members, technical support team, security, transporter and catering staff for their enormous cooperation for organizing this prestigious event. Thank a lot to one and all who directly or indirectly helped in the success of this event and all those who are present on this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We now request all to kindly rise for national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
We request all the guests and invitees to kindly proceed for high tea. Thank you.